Like, I never think you should open up a faculty meeting by telling your teachers, hey, know your why. No, no, no. Or sending the email out, right, that says that just because. Welcome to the Teach, Lead, Innovate podcast, where we dive deep into the heart of innovation, leadership, and transformative ideas shaping the future of education and technology. Each episode is a journey into the minds of visionary educators, thinkers, and leaders who are not just talking about change, they're living it. Real people leading real change. This is where passion meets practice and ideas come to life. Welcome to the Teach, Lead, Innovate podcast. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Teach, Lead, Innovate. First things first, I owe you all an apology. It has been a crazy past few weeks, and I know I've been off the air, but trust me, I have missed this, and I'm so glad to be back. And if you've been waiting for new episodes, thank you for your patience. I truly appreciate it. You know how life is, and life can be crazy sometimes. But I'm back and excited to bring you some new content and some insights. So today I want to dive into a topic that I think is extremely important, especially if we're talking about Motivation Monday, right? It's purpose-driven leadership. Whether you're an educator, administrator, or an innovator of any type, knowing your why isn't just educational jargon. It's the key to staying engaged, inspiring others, and making a lasting impact. And today we're going to dive into the research behind purpose-driven leadership. We're going to look at some real-world examples, as we always do. And we're going to talk about how you can implement this into your own work. All right, so having a clear sense of purpose isn't just a feel-good idea. It's backed by science. So research from Ribeiro, Costa, and Ramos found that leaders who are purpose-driven experience higher resilience, increased job satisfaction, and stronger team cohesion. When people see meaning in their work, they're more engaged, productive, and able to push through obstacles. Like most of the topics that we do here on the show, this seems like common sense, right? But anyway, we have to talk about this. We have to, I think, because again, common sense isn't so common these days. So, of course, these all make sense, but it's important to understand like the science behind it. And not only is it echoed in that research, but also McKnight and Cashton, who found that people with a strong sense of purpose not only have greater well being, but also tend to perform better under pressure. For leaders in education, business, and technology, this means that aligning your daily tasks with a broader mission isn't just a nice idea, it's a performance strategy. Get it? It's not just a nice idea. It's a performance strategy. So let's take a look at some real world examples. So award winning school leader Baruti Kefele turned around underperforming schools by centering his leadership on student empowerment and teacher development. Actually, I was super privileged. Several years ago, we had Principal Kefele visit our district. I gave a keynote and it was just amazing. Like, if you're not following Principal Kefele, I highly recommend you do. Put his information in the description, but give him a follow on social media because he runs these academies, new principal and new vice principal academies that are truly phenomenal. And his purpose, creating an environment where every student, especially students of color, see themselves as scholars. And this mission-driven approach led to significant academic improvements and a cultural shift in urban education. And let's talk about the business world. Let's talk about Apple and Tim Cook. Tim Cook is a perfect example of a corporate leader who leads with purpose. He has made it clear that Apple is more than just about great products. It's about innovation that enriches lives, ethical business practices, and protecting user privacy. And his purpose-driven leadership has helped Apple maintain strong brand loyalty and long-term success. I mean, you can argue I'm a little biased when it comes to Apple as an Apple Distinguished Educator, but I just love the company. And I don't just love the company because of the products they offer. It's because they truly have built a culture within the community and also when it comes to education. So I can't say enough about Apple and its work in education. It truly is like amazing what they do, especially in the area of accessibility and helping students with special needs. It's phenomenal. I'll put some links in the description that also kind of talk about Apple's work too, and the values that lead them in education. And then we have Dr. Priscilla Chan, co-founder of the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, which has focused on transforming education through personalized learning, supporting teachers, and bridging the equity gap. And by staying committed to this mission, the initiative has influenced policy, technology, and school funding across the United States. So, how do we do purpose driven leadership, right? How do we do that? So, the first thing is you have to know your why. And I know you're like, I don't know your why. No, it is important, right? Like, I never think you should open up a faculty meeting by telling all your teachers, hey, know your why. No, no, no. Or sending the email out, right? That says that just because. But it is important. It is what can continue to fuel us in those hard times. Ask yourself, what impact do I want to have? What change do I want to see in my students, my staff, or my community? And research from Kempster, Jackson, and Conroy suggests that leaders who actively reflect on their purpose and share it with their teams foster higher levels of trust and engagement. Next, make sure you align your actions with your purpose. Your calendar reflects your priorities. Are you dedicating time to the things that matter most? Leaders who structure their days around high impact work see greater job satisfaction and retention rates, according to a study in the Journal of Leadership and Organizational Studies from 2021. And I know what you're saying, like sometimes it's just hard. Sometimes with each day, things come up. I'm putting out fires. 100%. I get that. If anyone gets it, I do get it. But make sure you're embedding in your day time to do the work that truly fuels you and makes you and aligns with your purpose, right? Make sure you're doing that every single day. And then be sure to inspire others with your purpose, right? Purpose driven leadership isn't just about personal motivation, it's about creating a culture where everyone understands the bigger picture. That's important. It's not just about you. It should never, as a leader, be just about you. It should always be about your team, the community, the culture, everybody around you. And research shows that when teams feel connected to their overarching mission, employee engagement increases by 35%. And that's a statistic in 2025 by the Harvard Business Review. And to go a little deeper into that review, they found that leaders who frequently communicate their purpose, they see the 35% increase in team engagement because their research emphasized that when employees or educators understand how their work connects to a larger mission, their motivation and job satisfaction skyrocket. So leadership isn't just about getting through the day, right? Sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes it feels like that's what it is, but it's not, right? It's about driving meaningful change. When you know your purpose, you make better decisions. You inspire those around you and you make a lasting impact. So what's your purpose? What's your why in the work that you do? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment, send me an email, tag me on Instagram or TikTok. Thank you as always for tuning in to Teach, Lead, Innovate. Remember, you can watch this podcast on YouTube or listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, and now iHeartRadio, or any other major platform wherever you listen to your audio podcast. So if today's episode resonated with you, please like, share, comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts and keep the conversation going. So until next time, stay inspired, stay positive, and have the best day ever.